This is David Humphrey from ARC. I'm here at our European Industry Forum in Spain, and I'm in the studio right now with two guests. I have Leif and Jake from the company OT, a very interesting startup. And can you guys just briefly introduce yourselves and tell me a little bit about your company?
I'm Leif Rønning. I'm the head of the enterprise sales.
I'm Jacob Abel. I'm the principal automation engineer.
And OT is a software-based control system company. So we make virtual PLCs and the system to distribute, deploy, and manage these at scale.
Okay, I've been around for a long time. I can remember the early days of the soft PLC, which just never really caught on despite every attempt to package it and sell it. Now we're talking about virtual control. So what's different now? Why do you think it's going to work this time?
So I think, there's, I guess, two bigger factors that come into play. Like the one, this mega trend of decoupling software from hardware. I guess mainly because of the development speed that software has over hardware, and so that's one. The other one is that the PLC market, like the control system market, has been dominated and owned by roughly, a few number of vendors, which own like 77-80% of the market. And these are hardware
You
companies.
read my study.
Yeah, so these are like decentralized to move away from that model. So, and when they have so much power in the market, it's I mean, they're yeah, like I said, they're decentralized to push towards this. And I think why the timing is stronger now is obviously the megatrend, but also this other megatrend with the AI, which requires so much more on the data side, on the integration and the infrastructure, which just isn't there with conventional hardware control systems. And I think, the difference that OT brings to the table is not that we just made a PLC virtual or software based. We also made the system to distribute them, deploy them, and manage them at scale, which isn't been done in that way before. It's been more about here's a PLC. How can we sort of replace it one to one with the same workflows and the same limitations as the conventional hardware versions has. So I think that's sort of the factors that will make us succeed.
There's a common assumption that you can't get real-time deterministic performance from software-based control. Is that still true when we talk about virtual control?
No, that used to be true 30 years ago when software defined control first came into play. But with Moore's law, the exponential growth of computing power, things are entirely different now. And we've done testing and seen cycle time jitter in around tens of microseconds or even lower. And computing power is just going to keep increasing as time goes on. So it's only going to get better from here.
Industrial AI is being talked about everywhere, but operations still run on hardware-bound control. So, what does the control layer need to look like for AI to deliver real value in operations?
The conventional PLC hardware today has its limits in terms of transmitting that good enough data. Whereas on a software-based version, you have the possibility to sort of adjust and improve and share the data through modern networks, which is giving the AIs much better quality for it to sort of work the way that it should be. And I think another really, really important part of sort of introducing AI agents and autonomy instead of automation is this thing about safety and security and sort of, I guess, access control, which has been questions for previous sessions this week here at the conference as well. So would you allow the agentic AI to have the master keys to the PLC, to the program logic? I don't think you should, at least not yet. And so the role-based access control is very important, and that's so much easier to define, redefine, with a software-based solution compared to the hardware-bound one.
You guys have been here in Spain for a couple days now. Tell me, what do you like about the forum?
The best thing about this forum is that it's so open, and I think that's because it's so small and more specialized than the bigger forums. So there's usually, to with all the peoples that I think we've both spoken to, there's a common ground um to talk to people. Like you find common interests with everyone you speak to, and also the sort of the mentality that's here. Everyone's open to connect, everyone's open to talk, which makes it very, very pleasant to come here, because you know you will get value, you know you will get useful conversations out of it. So I think for me that's the best part.
Jake, what did you like about the forum?
It was the same thing, really. It's a night and day difference from the typical trade show where people are like, "No, the sales guy is going to get me." People want to learn, people want to hear about the products, and just have genuine conversations about the technology, and that's great.
Guys, thanks for joining me in the studio today. Thanks for attending and presenting at our forum. And I hope to see you at another forum soon, maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year. Thanks, David.
Yeah.